You know, it's funny how they say that sometimes all you need to liven things up is a fresh coat of paint. And that's exactly what the Carpe Diem Network is going to get in the form of Carpe Noctem Wrestling in just a few years' time. I am one of the two co-founders and owners of said promotion, Deshaun Walton. You know, the guy that got banned from his show a third time? Yeah. They thought they could get rid of me with a third banning. But little do they know that all they're doing is playing right into my hands like putty. But enough about ROVW. I want to focus on something a little more fresh. A little more modern. See, Carpe Noctem was created by myself and my wife Mandy as a means to give the Carpe Diem Network a new breath of life. Now, depending on how the rest of this year goes, especially in the regard of ROVW, Carpe Noctem Wrestling may come out sooner than expected, as we realize that 2028 is too long of a wait. However, we also understand that things in Ring of Valiance Wrestling need a proper chapter closing in order for Carpe Noctem to blaze a new trail. You heard me say it before. When Salvation Lies Within 4 comes and goes, ROVW goes too. However, that show coming out and how fast this show starts up will not be up to myself nor Mandy. No. See, it's going to be up to the folks in the humble abode known as the ROVW Discord server. Now, we all know that server has been the subject of numerous counts of unnecessary drama and controversy through the years. I'm man enough to admit that I'm majorly the cause of it. However, there have been, and in some cases currently are, people who've been and are far worse than I. So, when Mandy and I do eventually release the link to the Carpe Noctem Wrestling server, the rule set will be drastically changed in some areas, and frankly, will be a lot more strict than it is now with ROVW. For example, that open door policy ROVW has had the last 5 years is officially null and void with CNW. And considering recent events with certain people, that rule is very much just. Furthermore, complaints about who gets booked where will not be accepted, as a lot of people over the years have had a very big issue with how certain people have been booked, or how I myself was booked before being banned from ROVW, or how fast or slow matches are. Those are just two examples of the new rules that Carpe Noctem is going to implement. Other rules will be let known when the show starts. Now, one last thing though. See, I don't want to make people wait 5 years for this show to come out, and neither does Mandy. However, as I said, how fast this program is brought to the world will depend on the conduct of the entirety of the ROVW Discord server. Let me repeat that. How fast Carpe Noctem Wrestling is brought to the world will depend on the conduct of the entirety of the ROVW Discord server. Everybody who knows me or who has known me knows that I hate having to scrap and or remodel plans for Ring of Valiance Wrestling. But with how the last couple of years have gone, especially in the Discord server, it not only seems fair, but highly and extremely necessary as well. So as I've told everybody before, and I'm making it public knowledge just as much as I made it private knowledge, if people have to be kicked out of the ROVW Discord server 3 times between now and December 31st of this year at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then ROVW will close its doors for good. Future plans for said show will be scrapped, never to be revisited again, and a new age of supremacy will begin with Carpe Noctem Wrestling. And while we're on the topic of supremacy, as much as my soul is pained to admit it, as much as I hate to have to admit this, A certain one was right a couple of years ago. Sometimes you need a fresh coat of paint to feel alive again. Sometimes you need to make the necessary changes in order to evolve. But
he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his.
the more things change, the more they stay the same.